Good evening. It's day 8, CDL School here at TMC Transportation. So this is our first full day with no classroom, and I gotta tell you, it was a great day. It went by much faster than the other days, and I think I only had 2 breaks today, and then lunch. So 2 breaks and then lunch break. So it was awesome. Now it was raining for the majority of the day, so we actually didn't get a chance to do a lot of stuff we wanted to do early in the day, um, but that's okay. So today was another early day. We left the hotel here at 5:30. Actually, I take that back. We left at 5:20. We got there at 5:30, but we didn't get started on the range until 5:45 because they were here picking up the new class today and getting them into the schoolhouse by 6. So we started off this morning with just maneuvers. We did the straight line backing, the stop box, and the forward offset. And then we didn't get a chance to try the um, parallel parking or reverse offset, but it was demoed, and we were starting that, and then we had to break to get into our regular day. So how they did it for us, because it's 4 of us total in the class. 2 of us went out on the road with 2 different trainers in the truck, so it's just a driver and a trainer. That's it. No one else is in the truck. It's just a driver and a trainer. Um, so 2 of us went in the morning from 7 until 11, and then basically they came back, and then we went out. The other 2 we swapped. We went out from um, 11 to 12, and then we came back from 12 to 1 and had lunch, and then from 1 until 4 uh, we went out again. Um, so that was again awesome. So I know it doesn't sound like much, but I drove 60 miles today, and just today. So to put that in perspective, there's people in the experienced apprentice class that already have their CDLs. I kind of went and talked to all those guys. Those guys on average have less than 10 miles at their CDL school. 3 of these guys, so there's I think 13 of them. 3 of them have less than 2 miles. One guy had 1.2 miles. So for his entire CDL class school, he drove a total of 1.2 miles, and that includes his yard moves. So that's crazy. And you think about that, I got 60 miles today. Now, I drove all last week. Granted, that was all on the parade deck. That was all in the yard. But we're doing moves. We're doing maneuvers. We're doing stuff. We're driving around, resetting. So that puts you into perspective what we're doing here at TMC versus these other schools that you're going to. And this is not on the road with the trainer. This is not the 4 weeks. This is in the school itself. 60 miles in one day. And then I've got 11 more days of this. So just think about that. So while we're out on the road driving with our trainer, just a one-on-one, we did everything. I mean, we were on the highway, we were back roads, we were downtown Columbia, and my session was the afternoon session. So I'm hitting school zones as schools getting out in downtown Columbia, the University of South Carolina. The classes were getting out. So like every time I would come up to a traffic light, stoplight, um, there would be kids. I say kids, college students in intersections, and all 4 ways going. And most of these kids got their head down. They're on their phone. They're talking. They're not paying attention to anything. So it was one of the lights in downtown that I missed. I say missed. I waited at that light a whole cycle. I never got to go because there was never an opening big enough for me to get the whole tractor trailer through and with the pedestrian, because pedestrians have right of way. So even though the light was green for me to make my turn, I never got a chance because there was so many kids coming in, and the light changed before I had a chance to turn. So we had a lot of that. So there was a lot of things to think about, and they took us on turns that they were switchback turns. So some of these turns, I'm making a right hand turn, but the degree of the turn was more than 90 degrees. So it might have been, I don't know math that well, but like 120-degree turn, 130-degree turn with multiple medians, because there was a one stop where there was like 4 or 5 roads coming together, and I'm making a 120-degree right hand turn to come back out. So me personally, I have zero experience other than the yard that I did last week, and coming into that, zero experience. Never been in a truck. Never towed anything or had a trailer that was 48 foot long. So this is all new, and I could say by the third hour, my trainer felt comfortable enough with me and my skills that I had developed in just those short 3 hours that he was taking me on that turn. So that just being behind the wheel, experiencing those things, and having all the different decisions that you have to process, and that's the other thing, is processing all the information. Like, we calling out the speed limit signs, we're calling out and we're in Columbia. There's tons of overpasses and bridges, so we're calling out all the overpass heights, calling out the speed limits, the school zones. I hit like 4 or 5 different school zones over 25 miles an hour. So yeah, it was a lot to process being in the truck, and having to be aware of all those different things. Did left hand turns, right hand turns, but there was a couple left hand turns to where there are 2 lanes turning left. So in the tractor, we're in this outside lane, right? So because of that, yes, everyone knows the vehicle makes wide turns, both left and right. But being in the outside lane and making that turn, I can't go but so far because there's nothing else to go to, and I can't cut back in because there's other traffic in this inside lane. So it was a couple of these turns that I felt like it felt weird because I was so far, so deep into the turn before I turned left that I felt like I was damn near in the crosswalk across the street, and I was cutting this thing back left. And then obviously I can't cut it too far left because I can't get into that other lane. So I'm cut it left hard and then bringing it back right. But my trailer never left my lane. So it's pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty excited. I was hyped up. It was fun having no experience whatsoever, getting behind the wheel and getting in 3.5 hours, 4 hours of drive time, and where you're actually in downtown areas and going through 2 lanes. Some lanes it was 3 lanes, 2 lanes down to 1 lane, and navigating all that stuff. Super cool. Okay, so take that back. We got back in, and then this afternoon, working on the rest of the pre-trip. So stepping out from the in-cab and actually starting our pre-trip with the front of the truck, popping the hood, and talking about all the engine compartments and every engine components inside of the compartment. That's what we're working on now. So I can say day 8 going forward is super awesome because you're on the truck 100% of the time. Whether you're driving or maneuvers or pre-trip, you're with the truck all day. So if you made it this far, thanks. If you're here at school, there's a couple guys here now they just started class today. They told me they saw my videos last week. They're excited and they can't wait to get through. So that's awesome. Congratulations, guys. Welcome to school. Welcome to the training. Like I said, important. This entire thing is an interview from the time you pulled up to this hotel yesterday until you get your CDL. And even then, when you're out with your trainer, all of it is one big, huge interview. Even when you're thinking no one's paying attention, no one's watching you, they are watching you. They're keeping track of what's happening, your grade point average, everything is part of the interview. You go out with your trainer, he's got a log, he's got a checklist, he's keeping track. And then even when you come back in with the trainer, you still do another road test to see if you picked up any bad habits or if you are doing it the TMC way. So up until the time that you get your truck and you're out of here with your new truck and trailer, it's all part of the interview. And at any time, they could say, you're not cutting the mustard, you're not doing it the TMC way, you're not the type of driver that we want here. So stay focused, uh, you know, keep studying and be humble. I'm super humble. I don't know anything. All I know is what TMC is telling me. So that's all I know. But I hope you guys are doing well and hope you continue the CDL journey and I hope to see you out there on the road. All right. Have a great night. All right. So it's 5:25 in the morning. Ain't no trucks out or anything yet, but you see they got the school bus ready to go. So that thing will be leaving here in about 5 minutes, heading over to the hotel to get the new recruits, the new class. But here we go, 5:20 in the morning. About to get started.